Deep beneath the waves lies a haunting paradox. Two submarines, HMS Thetis of the Royal Navy and ARA San Juan of Argentina's fleet, met eerily similar ends, decades apart and on opposite sides of the globe. But how could such tragedies occur in vessels designed for survival in the harshest of environments? What mistakes or hidden flaws condemned these submarines and their crews to a watery grave? As we unravel their stories, patterns emerge, weaving a chilling connection between the two disasters. Was this mere coincidence, or does the ocean guard secrets more sinister than we could ever imagine? Dive with us into the depths of history as we uncover the unsettling truth behind these twin tragedies. On June 1, 1939, HMS Thetis set out on a test dive near Liverpool. It was a day of promise, showcasing advanced naval engineering. But a single oversight turned triumph into tragedy. A torpedo tube, believed to be empty, was flooded with water, causing a deadly chain reaction. The submarine began to sink uncontrollably, trapping 103 men inside. Despite rescue attempts, the crew faced dwindling oxygen and rising despair. The submarine, tantalizingly close to the surface, became a chilling symbol of human error and systemic failures. By the time the vessel was recovered days later, only 4 had survived. This disaster exposed glaring flaws in submarine safety protocols, forcing the Royal Navy to confront harsh lessons. In November 2017, the Argentine submarine ARA San Juan vanished in the South Atlantic. Carrying 44 crew members, it reported battery issues before losing contact entirely. The world watched as an international search effort combed vast oceans for clues, but days stretched into weeks with no sign of the submarine. A year later, the wreck was found over 3,000 feet deep. An investigation revealed a battery explosion likely triggered the submarine's catastrophic implosion. Yet, questions lingered. Why were maintenance issues overlooked? Could this loss have been avoided? The tragedy exposed systemic gaps in naval operations and united nations in grief for the fallen crew. Despite being separated by nearly 8 decades, the disasters of HMS Thetis and ARA San Juan share eerie similarities. Both submarines suffered from preventable errors, one from a faulty torpedo hatch, the other from battery neglect. In each case, human oversight and insufficient maintenance played a deadly role. These tragedies weren't just mechanical failures, they were reminders of the cost of complacency. As investigations unfolded, striking patterns emerged. Both navies faced scrutiny for operational shortcomings. The public demanded accountability, but real change seemed elusive. Could these tragedies have been avoided with stricter protocols and improved communication? Or are such disasters an inevitable price of advancing military technology? The sinking of HMS Thetis sent shockwaves through the United Kingdom. Public outrage was palpable as questions swirled about how a test dive turned so deadly. Families of the lost sailors demanded answers, while the Royal Navy struggled to repair its tarnished reputation. The tragedy spurred heated debates in Parliament about naval safety measures and accountability. The eventual inquiry exposed a series of preventable mistakes, from inadequate crew training to overlooked design flaws. The Thetis clasp, a key mechanism in the torpedo tube, became a grim symbol of the disaster. While the loss led to safety overhauls, the emotional scars remained, marking a turning point in how the British Navy approached submarine operations. When ARA San Juan disappeared, the search became an international mission. Over a dozen countries, including the United States and Russia, contributed resources to locate the missing submarine. Advanced sonar, drones, and satellites scoured the vast ocean. Yet, as days passed, hope began to fade, and the world watched in anxious anticipation. The eventual discovery of the wreck brought closure but also heartache. The submarine was found crushed on the seabed, over 900 meters deep. Investigators pointed to a battery explosion as the likely cause, but doubts lingered. Why did the crew set out despite known issues? Was the tragedy preventable, or was it the result of systemic failures? Amid the technical analyses and official inquiries, the personal stories of those aboard HMS Thetis and ARA San Juan reveal the profound human toll of these disasters. Each sailor had dreams, families, and lives that were abruptly cut short. Letters written home by crew members days before their fateful voyages offer glimpses of their hopes and anxieties, now frozen in time. The families left behind faced not only the anguish of loss but also the weight of unanswered questions. For many, the lack of immediate accountability deepened their grief. These human stories serve as stark reminders that behind every disaster are lives that deserved more than a tragic end. In the aftermath of HMS Thetis and ARA San Juan, both navies faced the daunting task of rebuilding trust and ensuring no similar tragedies would occur. These disasters accelerated technological advancements in submarine design, including improved escape hatches, better communication systems, and enhanced structural integrity. Yet, each innovation came at a steep cost, paid in human lives. These advances were not just technical but also procedural. Training protocols became more rigorous, and international collaboration in naval safety improved. While progress was undeniable, the question remained: could these innovations have come without the painful lessons of loss? The role of media in shaping the narratives of HMS Thetis and ARA San Juan cannot be overstated. From newspaper headlines in 1939 to social media posts in 2017, public opinion has been a powerful force. While media brought awareness to these tragedies, it also magnified the pressure on authorities to respond quickly, sometimes at the expense of thorough investigations. Sensationalism often overshadowed facts, leading to widespread speculation. Conspiracy theories emerged, questioning the true causes of these disasters. Yet, in both cases, the media also served as a platform for grieving families to demand justice, keeping their stories alive in the public consciousness. The lessons learned from the tragedies of HMS Thetis and ARA San Juan reached far beyond the naval forces of the United Kingdom and Argentina. Both events reverberated across the world's oceans, prompting stronger international cooperation in maritime safety. New treaties were established, ensuring that submarine safety protocols were standardized across fleets, regardless of national boundaries. The global community began to view submarine disasters not as isolated incidents but as collective failures that needed to be addressed together. The tragedies highlighted the necessity of information sharing, joint training exercises, and rapid response capabilities. In the end, the world's navies stood united, hoping that future generations would be spared such heartbreak. Despite extensive investigations into the causes of both HMS Thetis and ARA San Juan, questions lingered about the true reasons behind these disasters. In the case of the Thetis, there was immediate speculation over whether the disaster could have been avoided, with some critics pointing to a lack of safety measures during the sub's maiden voyage. Similarly, the final report on ARA San Juan raised doubts about Argentina's readiness and the mismanagement leading up to the explosion. Many felt that the official findings were incomplete or even misleading. Some survivors and families of victims demanded that independent investigations be conducted. The controversy surrounding the handling of both tragedies left a lingering cloud of doubt, as questions about responsibility and accountability were never fully addressed. As time passes, the stories of HMS Thetis and ARA San Juan are no longer just about the tragedies but also about remembrance. Memorials, plaques, and tributes to those lost at sea have become a part of naval history. These commemorations ensure that the lessons of the past are not forgotten, and that the sailors who gave their lives are honored. Reflecting on these two disasters reveals not just the vulnerabilities of technology, but also the resilience of those who serve in the world's most dangerous profession. The legacies of these two submarines continue to shape naval operations and safety protocols today, inspiring a new generation to never forget the sacrifices made. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe my channel.